Hello, hello, hello. As an expert in people pleasing, today I am going to teach you what to do if you have a hard time and you feel really guilty in saying no. So, at the last video, we basically just opened up the awareness that, oh gosh, I actually have a real problem with this. And hopefully you journaled or thought about it or just like wrote down even a few notes in your phone just to like become really aware of perhaps how deep it is, and or maybe if you just have that repeat pattern with like one particular person. Some people are definitely harder to say no to. So now comes a step like, okay, well, what do I do? Number one, I have been doing so much research, so much nervous system planning, so much just laying out the steps of how to overcome people pleasing. And I want to tell you something that you haven't heard me say on this channel yet, but I have something for you. It's coming out in February, and it is going to have all kinds of information about a people pleaser. A book that I wrote that is coming in February that is all about my 38 stinking years of being a people pleaser. Okay. I mean, I was dripping in every form of people pleasing my entire freaking life. Okay. So I have written a book for you about my journey, calling myself out on all the shenanigans that happened, that I did, I contributed to, that I experienced, all the things, and help you to see possibly where you are also stepping in that direction and how it's not good for your life and how you're actually not living your own life. Shocker, spoiler. You're like living a life, but is it really yours? Is it really what you want? So I'm going to share a little nugget from the book today. And I have 13 people pleaser archetypes that I have created in the book. So when it is released, I would love, love, love for you to purchase it so that you can learn about it and really nail down the people pleaser archetypes, how they're working, how to kind of dig out of it. Oh, so good. It's definitely like the first step in the people pleaser journey of healing, basically going from people pleaser, burnt out everything, to living a life untamed, being a badass that you are. So one of the archetypes is the self-sacrificer. And that is what is happening, who is playing out when you cannot say no. You will continue to sacrifice everything that you desire, even if it's rest, even if it's, I don't want to do the freaking thing, because your nervous system is so afraid of letting someone else down. Like it literally equates in your nervous system as being incredibly unsafe. So even though logically you can think like, well, this makes no sense. Like, I know I'm safe if that person and I aren't friends, or if I say no and they don't like it. I know physically I'm safe, but your nervous system doesn't. It doesn't know that. So the first step into saying no is practice small. If you like went and you wrote down some things last week and then you got really overwhelmed going like, holy crap, how do I even say no? Don't start with the biggest one. Okay. I mean, you can, if you're that kind of person that's like all in right away. Once you learn the thing, you're just like, give it all, then go for it. You know your own nervous system and that. But if you're like, holy cow, I can't, start with small things. Start with the neutral no's. Okay. You're going to start with just saying no to maybe a restaurant that someone thought you actually liked, but really you've been going there eating and you've really not liked it at all. Okay. Or saying no to, just something really small that maybe even your spouse, or a close friend, or maybe not a close friend. Maybe that's even trickier. Maybe it's an acquaintance friend at school. Maybe they're like, Hey, do you want to stay and let the kids play? And you're like, oh, I have to go. Okay. Start with something neutral. Do not apologize. This is going to be the other one that's really tricky when you start saying no. You're going to be like, I'm so sorry. And then you start fawning over them, right? Nervous system response. You are going to start fawning over them and being like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Is that okay? Is it okay? Stop, girl. If you tell someone no, that means no. And this is a thing that people pleasers have to learn. Like, no means no. It doesn't mean no. Okay, but now can you hold me? Because I feel really, really bad. And even though I just told you no, I need you to hold me within this because I can't hold myself. I am so worried now that you hate me, right? So start number one with a very small no and start building those up throughout the weeks, even if it takes you several weeks, okay? Just maybe even make a list of like, ooh, today, like at the end of every day, be like, what was my no today, right? Like have a no that you say every single day with no apology, okay? The other way you can do it so that maybe it baby steps you into the no apology, just like wham, no, thank you. Thanks for asking. Is baby step it into that and be like, oh gosh, I would love to, but I can't do it right now. Thanks though. Oh, gotta go. Okay. This will, I promise, work if you baby step your way there and you start building the momentum. I recently had to like close a window on something that I can't do anymore and something I've been doing for 8 years for people that are really close to me. And it takes people a while to really be like, oh, like she means no. Like I'm a no. Like I went through a whole year. Once you get your no, there's this thing that happens where you like, I'm pretty sure I went through like a whole year and a half of just like, no, try again. No. Do you want to do this? No. Do you want to do it? No. Nope. Nope on a rope. Now listen, if you're a mom, that just reminded me of that movie, Nope on a Rope, right? If you're a mom, most likely you say no all the time to your children, most likely, but somehow you can't do it to others, to adults, to connections that are deeper and older relationships, right? So there will get a point though where you're like, I personally went on like a whole no sabbatical, like a whole no retreat where I was gone for like a year, just saying no, just doing it. Nope, I want to do nothing with you or anyone, and I want to hermit out in my house, and I just want to say no to everything. Oh, girls events, no. Like there comes a point, and it was so healing. It was so stinking healing to be able to get to that point. So there is a point that comes. So, but if you have to say, back to my story, I do this a lot, so hang in there with me. My story of recently having to say no, I told the person like a month ago, like, hey, I'm going to be stopping this. By the way, you're going to have to find someone else to help you with this problem or this thing that you get help with from me all the time for the past 8 years. Okay. Totally not a big deal. Was not doing it out of anger. I just have no more time to do the thing. Okay. And I'm streamlining things and closing windows and doors so that I can be more focused in where I really want to be intentional. And so that person though heard me and is like, okay. But was I super firm with my boundaries? Maybe not. I was just planting seeds, right? And so then a couple weeks ago, now it came up again, and I was like, I can do one more time, but then that's it. So then we did it one more time. But within that one more time, they were then asking, okay, but how about one more time? And that's where it's just like, that is in you. You have to say no, because people will only respect your no if you have the power behind it. Okay. So we'll get to that point. You're going to get there. But right now, this time, you can word it. Gosh, I care about you, but I can't do that right now. Or that sounds really fun, but I can't do that right now. There is no telling them why. There is no apologizing. Okay. So this time I want you to really write down some sentences that give you some power, that you can like literally 2 or 3 sentences. Like I just said, I care about you, but I can't do that right now. Oh, I would really love to do the thing, but I'm not available for that right now. Okay. So, and just literally keep repeating. If they keep asking, you keep repeating. Oh, it's such a fun game. We can just do this all day. So, and your no will get stronger and stronger and stronger. The guilt will be in your body, but you have to have those words come through. And then we'll talk about that here in the next one. Good luck with that. Go write down some strong sentences that you can practice this week. And then I want you every night to be like, what was my note today? All right. See you in the next. Bye.